What do you want people to think of you when they think about you later? What do you want them to remember?
A very honest person. That's down to earth and understandable, and that puts his heart into anything that he puts his mind to. Somebody that's real determined, and determined to succeed in life. That's what I want people to remember about me.
With the 27th pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver, Clemson.
So here's your wide receiver. It's DeAndre Hopkins out of Clemson.
This is a big guy that can make plays.
They got one of the best players in this draft, DeAndre Hopkins, or Nuke.
It's caught. Touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes! Touchdown! The Texans win it!
Shove to Hopkins for the winning TD in overtime.
Hopkins, oh my goodness. Did he catch that? Did he catch that? That's the touchdown catch of the year if that's good.
Left side of the end zone, and Hopkins has it for the touchdown. Rock and roll. The Texans retake the lead.
I'm trying to make some miraculous happen.
One of the most competitive guys I've ever been around. I mean, he is going to claw your eyeballs out to get the ball.
Man, don't touch me, boy. What's wrong with you, boy? I'm a grown ass man, dog. I just finished it. I don't start nothing.
He runs better than people think, and he's just so crafty, understands how to set routes up, understands influence and how to get open, and he's an area code receiver, and all he's got to do is touch it.
The thing that's incredible to me about him is, in addition to his competitiveness and all the things he brings to our team, is his ability to toe tap the sideline and get both feet down. He's got such great length, great hands. You just have to put it in his vicinity, and he has a way of getting both feet in. That's a huge, really big trait of his that helps us out a lot.
I think the memory that stands out most to me about DeAndre was the Baltimore game on Monday night, because Baltimore had grabbed him and just completely ripped his jersey. I mean, it was completely gone from all up under his armpit all the way down his side, and he would just look at the ref like, well, look what they're doing to me. And yet he still was making catches against that secondary and kept the Texans, honestly, in that game on Monday night against Baltimore.
The one catch is the one in the Giants game that was called back because we weren't aligned correctly our first year here. That was unbelievable. The picture that's around somewhere. Every time I see that picture, I tell him, that play didn't count, right? It was called back. But no, he does things. It was just like very similar to when I was coaching Randy Moss. They do things in practice, that you just can't believe.
He's phenomenal. Whether it's catching short and run it long like he did against Seattle, or whether it's down the field beating Patrick Peterson, beating Jalen Ramsey. He beat the best corners in the league one-on-one this year. And that's something that not a lot of wide receivers, not many, if any, can say that. They beat those guys one-on-one in single coverage this year. DeAndre Hopkins did many times.
I can't tell you how many times that, plays that you think never going to be made, and he's one hand in there, he's diving, he just makes it look easy. But a part of it, so he's got great skills and great hands, but it's his will to be great. It's his will to go get the ball. It's his will to make the block. Those are the things that are hard to coach. He just has this internal drive that makes him special, and because there's a lot of good receivers, but he's got that stuff inside that drives him and helps him be the best he can be. I'm so proud of him.
Hops, I love Hops. Ball skills is crazy. He could catch everything no matter what's thrown at him. Team to make big plays every year.
I'm trying to make some miraculous happen.
It's 50-50 ball mentality. If the ball's in the air, it's his.
Walk it like I talk it. 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 Let's go.
I remember watching film of him a few years ago and just watching every one of his targets. The ball's in a bad place, or it's in a place where you don't think anybody can get it, and he just finds a way to catch the ball.
That's unbelievable.
His catch radius is ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's nothing else to be said.
You already knew what I was here, so I was like, just give him a pass, he gonna catch that. I knew. I was like, just throw it up, he gonna catch it.
DeAndre Hopkins didn't drop a ball, right? It wasn't there some stat that he didn't drop a ball that touched his hands, right? So if there's anything that qualifies you as the number one guy, I think that does.
I ain't no way he coming down with that, because I seen him go up with one hand, and then he brought it underneath his leg and put it under here and kind of trapped it and came down with it.
May not count, but my gosh.
He made a hell of a catch on me, but the play didn't count. He grabbed the ball with one hand between his legs or something like that. It was just a crazy catch. I seen it that whole week. I'm like, oh my God, y'all gonna brag about this catch that didn't count? It was a great catch though. I can't lie about that.
It was great to see. For us, it counted.
That was a catch. When he says that's better than Odell.
I can say he has the best hands in the league right now, man.
Big part of the community here in Houston. Watson out to his right, end zone wide open. Pass caught, Hopkins for the touchdown.
Just a total blown coverage by the Indianapolis Colts.
Watson, end zone. Hopkins, say hi to Mom again. Touchdown, Hopkins. Another football for the family. 30 yards to DeAndre Hopkins. Good throw, better catch.
DeAndre Hopkins grew up in Clemson, South Carolina. His mother, Sabrina, raised him and his 3 siblings by herself.
I've not always been your typical role model mother. Far from your soccer mom. And he still respects me enough. He loves me.
My mom, she's overcame a lot to raise us how she raised us. She's been up for me like a friend.
You light up when you talk about her.
Yeah, she do. I mean, that's my mama.
Sports was everything for us. It was something that we leaned on, depended on, looked forward to.
When I was 6 or 7 years old, I can remember playing football. My first time at a football field we call bowling field. Playing football here is the most important thing to me as a child. My mom would be right there with her lawn chair right beside the ropes.
Seeing her for the first time when she came home, how did you react?
I was just in shock. Somebody could look like that. It was scary, honestly. I seen her hit rock bottom. I really didn't know how to deal with it. I would try to do little things around the house just to make her happy.
Football for him was an escape, and he was completely unstoppable.
Unbelievable athlete. You don't teach a guy to catch the ball like he can catch the ball. You know, that's just God-given.
In 2010, DeAndre committed to Clemson University to stay close to his mother.
Goes for the home run for Hopkins. He's got it.
But once I got to Clemson, my mom realized that she has a son that's trying to fulfill his dream.
For Hopkins, what a catch.
How do you think what happened to you changed him?
He told me a few years ago, he says, I didn't want what happened to you to happen, but because it did happen, it motivated me.
DeAndre Hopkins is part of that deal?
Yeah, you just said it. DeAndre Hopkins, the new Arizona Cardinals receiver, comes over from the Houston Texans as part of a huge deal and really is part of a salary dump for the Cardinals. They take David Johnson, their former starting running back, and all of his salary, send him to the Houston Texans, and the Texans send back DeAndre Hopkins. And this has been an interesting one because very quietly Bill O'Brien has shopped DeAndre Hopkins around the league, and at every different point said he needed to be blown away by an offer that he didn't want to trade Hopkins. Well, now obviously he gets an offer that he likes. Here's the whole deal. It's DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th-round pick. He goes to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson and a 2nd-rounder. That is the deal, a huge deal to kind of spice things up, and it certainly seems like both sides get what they want here.
She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Hope I make it out of here. She saw my eyes, she know I'm gone. I see some things that you might fear. I'm doing a show, I'll be back soon. That ain't what she wanna hear. Now I got it in my room. Legs wrapped around my beard. Got the fastest car, Zoom. Hope we make it out of here. When I'm with you, I feel alive. You say you love me, don't you lie? Won't cry my heart, don't wanna die. Keep the pistol on my side. Cases fumes. She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Hope I make it out of here. We ain't stressing about the loot. My block made a case of real. This not the molly, this the boot. Ain't no coming back from here. Live a life a lot familiar. It's so much gain that I can't see it. Turn it up till they can't hear. Running around for the thrill. Yeah, dog, run my reel. Raw, I've been going to the real. Nah, they not back of the veil. Gorgeous, baby, keep me hard and still. Been on this since we was kids. I fill my mind up with ideas. Cases fumes. She fill my mind up with ideas. I'm the highest in the room. Hope I make it out of here.